3.
Okay.
And we're back. Hello. Okay, so I was reminded during the break that before we can move on to characters, we have to pick a initial hunting grounds, aka the drop. So to read from the PDF, your crew uses a section of the district as their hunting grounds for crime. The area is small, consisting of 3 blocks along Ashway between Rice Street and Cinder Street, referred to as "quote-unquote" the drop. Due to its precipitous terrain and ramshackle scaffolds and elevated walkways. Choose a starting feature for your hunting grounds that describes your preferred type of crime. So I think on your crew sheet, right underneath the gray box,
Yep.
there's 4 options there for this primary feature. Preferred type of crime, starting feature, there we go. So burglary, espionage, robbery, or sabotage.
One more time.
Burglary, espionage, robbery, sabotage.
Espionage or burglary.
Yeah, I agree. It's got to be one of the first 2.
Anybody have a strong
Or
feeling
maybe,
about either
I mean, yeah, dude,
Espionage.
Probably
Robert.
espionage.
yeah, I'm mostly with espionage.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when you attempt to score on your hunting grounds and matches one of its feature types, you get a free downtime activity to prep for the operation. When your crew advances in tier, or when you negotiate it with a larger faction, you can add a feature or rewrite the description of your hunting ground to encompass a larger area. So right now you have this like 3-block area where you can conduct espionage without spending a downtime activity, basically, if you want to conduct a mission in this space.
So we can try to lure people into our little city block so we can listen to them easier.
Yeah, I think that counts. I will say that counts for now, pending rules correction. All right, so we did that. We did the crew thing, got a crew. Let's talk about who the hell you all are. So who knows who? I feel like Omni has a really good idea of who she's going to play.
Somewhat. I think so.
Anybody else ready to go into character creation, be the guinea pig?
I can.
Okay, Matt.
As soon as I make sure I have all of.
Okay, somebody that's not Matt.
I mean, I can go.
No, it's more of the faction things. So I would need to double check with you, Tris.
Okay, so do you want to go back through that again?
Yeah. It's just the losses +1, the grinders are -1, the dimmer sisters are +1, Circle of Flame is +1, Skurlock is -1, Brigade is -1, Ciphers are +1, Cabbies are -1, Servants are -1.
And do you have the Lost as +1?
I thought I did. Yeah, the Lost are +1.
Okay. Yep.
Forgotten Gods are +1, and that's it. Okay.
That's accurate. Alrighty, dighty. Alright, who wants to make a character?
Me or Mads?
Yeah, or I'm happy to.
Okay, we're gonna start with Nathan.
Still figuring this out myself,
Right.
so.
We're gonna start with Nathan.
Sounds okay.
Yeah.
Nathan, step 1. Let me open your
All
character sheet here so that chat can look at it and follow along. What is your playbook of choice?
I am going to be a lurk.
A lurk. All right. So where it says playbook, you can click on that and edit it to say lurk.
Yep. You gotta fill it in.
Oh, there we go. Cool. Lurk.
All right. If you want to, you can fill in the short description next to it. That's up to you.
Oh, that was in the PDF. Yeah, I'll get a. I don't remember what it was.
It's fine. You can come back to it later. Okay. Step 2. Choose one special ability. So let me look at the lurk. So like the crew sheet, the first one listed is generally the most broadly applicable, but you are free to choose any of them.
I am going to. There we go. Got the page back up. I am hoping, or I'm not hoping to do. I'm gonna do. Oh shoot! I just read the reflexes again. I'm gonna do reflexes.
Okay. So reflexes says when there's a question about who acts first, the answer is you. 2 characters with reflexes act simultaneously. So you will want to drop that. I see you've already got the thing open. Good shit.
Do what I can. Ability description.
There you go.
Okay.
Alright, so you are a lurk with varied reflexes. Wow, how did I literally just... There we go. Step 3, choose a heritage and assign 1 action dot.
Oh, okay. So,
So your heritage, I think there's a list somewhere of different places you could pick from.
Yeah, it's right at the end.
Yeah, under the.
Does anybody have a page number?
I gotta find it again.
I just remember it's way towards the end of the thing.
Yeah. You did. Yep.
Oh, I think it looks like it's 95. Like literally the end.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. So Duskvol is on Akaros. It's on the northern coast there of Akaros. But there's these other islands that you could also be from.
No, Agros.
Akaros? Okay, so you are Akarosi. And the Imperium began here. Generally fair-skinned and dark-haired. But feel free to be otherwise. Okay, so back to
Right. Yeah.
back to page 38. So you can assign 1 action dot and tie it to growing up in Akaros. Are you from Duskvol or are you from another city?
Yeah, I'm thinking. Well, I just getting all over the place. I might have actually grown up. It's still on the northern half, but is there a good? It's not a good description of some of the stuff. We grew up in White Hollow.
White Hall?
White Hollow.
Oh, White Hollow. I thought you said White Holla, and I was like, okay. I was like, all right, I guess that's the thing. Okay, so White Hollow. I wonder if there's a description of what that is.
Which island are we on, by the way?
Which what? You're on Akaros?
Akaros.
Yep. Duskvol is at the top.
Okay, gotcha.
So you grew up in White Hollow, and pending a description in this PDF of White Hollow, I'm totally game to let you describe what that place was like.
Ooh. Let's see. So I was imagining still pretty relatively big city, not quite obviously the imperial city, but you would imagine it being geographically halfway between the imperial city and Duskvol. sort of the wealth of the city kind of reflecting that. Let's say mostly an industrial place. I think my parents would have come from a family of laborers, so not particularly well-to-do, but still sort of say like pragmatic, so I know there's actually I'm not really quite sure how it fits into the world, but I know the ideas of or like engineers are pretty important, right?
Yeah, there's like a train that runs through most things.
That's right. Okay, well, maybe not quite.
Also, sorry to the chat, my Adobe had a shit fit, so I had closed and restarted it.
No, okay. So maybe not quite like engineers working on the train, or like working on the big fence or whatever, but definitely engineers that would keep track or work on the tracks in the area, so kind of responsible for maintaining kind of the station and any sort of things that come out, anything coming and going from the city. So naturally sort of in tune with a lot of people, a lot of the comings and goings, in terms of trade and information and things like that. So I very much grew up around that, like, know people, but decided to like break away, and I guess is going into like background, right?
Yeah, so okay, so let's back up a little bit. So your heritage is Akarosi, you're from White Hollow, and it's an industrial city. Your parents were railjacks, it sounds like.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
So
definitely not the like top tier respected sort of like engineers.
Yeah, but they have some like skill in.
Yeah, it's a long way, like a long way of saying like I would put an action point in tinkering.
Okay, there we go. So it looks like you've put in some dots already.
Yeah, I went ahead for
What dots does a lurk get by default?
Finesse, 1 in finesse, 2 in prowl.
Okay, so you got the 1 in finesse, 2 in prowl, and you're adding 1 in tinker for being Akarosi with railjack parents.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay,
the
so
other was gonna be the other one.
And so the background then is.
I think the background is the tinker dot.
Oh, no,
well, you've written military for background, Nathan.
Yeah, I was. So there's that list.
The
short list of backgrounds in the playbook. I just kind of went ahead and made something up.
That's fine.
That going in, like trying to get out of the city, would have like signed up for, kind of the military, and maybe it really wasn't all that it was cut out to be, but at least I would have learned how to, how to kind of fight.
So you've got a dot in skirmish from your military background. Why did you leave the military and become a criminal?
Well, let's just say I started kind of piecing together sort of what it means to be living or having to run an empire. Definitely was pretty disillusioned. How a lot of that worked until kind of having to go through that like rote training and realizing, well, maybe it was a little bit of like be disillusioned with like what the Empire sort of stood for and all that, and also just really not taking orders super well, because not kind of a little bit of a standoffish kind of guy. Definitely didn't take too well to being sort of in ranks. But I didn't have known that until like I actually tried it.
Gotcha. So, okay, so you went into the military to get out of White Hollow, became disillusioned, and you were a bit disobedient. And we can flesh out, what exactly happened more later, but that's the general gist of it. So while we're going through and assigning dots, don't forget your crew dot.
That's right.
Right. You get a free dot in. What is it? Finesse, prowl,
tinker, finesse,
prowl, finesse, or tinker.
Yeah. So you get a free extra dot in one of those. So go ahead and add that.
Okay, let me sit on that. Yeah.
Okay, so just don't forget it. So next step, assign 2 additional action dots. No action may begin with a rating higher than 2 during character creation, with the exception of your crew dot.
Let's see.
So you can assign dots wherever you like.
Yeah. Can I get a refresher on what the resolve actions are?
I think there's a page number that
I can
just so that we're super legit about it.
Yeah, but resolve is all of your charisma-based skills, basically. Attune is messing with weird shit. Command is being like a general. Consort is being able to talk with people like a friend, and sway is persuasion.
Consort is like making a culture roll to find a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a circles skill. And you can find all of that starting on page like 20, 25-ish.
Yeah, 25.
So you're adding a dot and tinker so far, looks like.
Yeah, so I think that'll be that would have been the crew dot. I'll just keep it now. So for the extra 2, survey and skirmish.
Okay. So we've got a total of 8 dots so far, which looks accurate. Okay, step 6, items carried. You have access to all of the items on your character sheet. For each operation, decide what your character's load will be. During the operation, you may say that your character has an item by checking the box for the item you want to use, up to a number of items equal to your chosen load. Your load determines your movement speed and conspicuousness. So that's just a note. Like, you don't have to choose gear. You do that. You decide how much gear you're carrying for the operation.
Yeah, like it. Yeah, because we sort of we move from the layer.
And remember that you have thief rigging, so you have 2 free load slots for any operation.
Great call. Maybe I'll.
Is that why there's 2 that are like highlighted already?
What do you mean?
Wait, there are 2 on my sheet that are highlighted.
There shouldn't be.
Oh. Maybe I just clicked them by mistake when I was messing around.
I would uncheck that. So next, choose a close friend and a rival.
Oh, okay. Good question. All right.
And they're on your lurk sheet.
Okay. Where are they on my roll 20 sheet? Strange
Strength
friends.
friends, yeah.
All right, so definitely. So I'd be close friends with this guy named Frake. Frake.
Frank the locksmith.
I'd definitely be good friends with him. Mostly out of expedience. Just that like sometimes I would pretend that like I need to, figure out or I would need to get access to this chest or this door.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not maybe a particularly great pick block, so kind of having grown up with this guy, sort of found ourselves in Duskvol as well. Eventually, just sort of like gravitated towards each other. Maybe reminiscing every now and then.
So is this like an old military buddy that also got out? Or maybe a White Hollow buddy?
Maybe a more White Hollow buddy. Because the other guy I was gonna say that I'm not really keen on is the damn blue coat.
Ooh, Darmot.
Darmot.
Darmot the
what kind of
blue
name?
coat.
Yeah, great name. It's a great name for
a jackass.
Yeah. This is a swarmy guy. Kind of was like that career military sort of dude.
Oh, that
isn't necessarily like good enough for that, and so kind of ended up being a blue coat, and kind of much in the same vein as maybe we weren't like directly, we didn't know each other in the military or anything, but like you get to know those kinds of people pretty. You can recognize those people pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
So, kind of just never got off on the right foot.
Yeah.
Especially since now he's a blue coat.
Gotcha. So, the last thing is to choose your vice. This will be what your character does to relieve stress that you accrue during missions. You got faith, gambling, luxury, obligation, pleasure, stupor, or weird. And you can see brief descriptions on page 38 of the PDF.
38 vices.
What's looking appealing?
Definitely, I definitely say like stupor.
Stupor.
Not definitely, but that's standing out to me. What would I put in vices? Vice.
It's up at the top under your heritage.
Cool. Yeah.
You just put in like stupor, maybe a short description of what it is, and then where you get it.
Yeah, we gotta look at some purveyors. Where is that woman's drawing? There you are. So, stupor. So what is it? Is it alcohol? Is it drugs? Do you go to the fighting pits?
It's really where's this thing now? Stupor right at the top of that, yeah. I'm really keen on fighting pits.
So you have like this fight club situation.
That was exactly where I was going at. This
Yep.
is kind of like some weird, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
So.
off like make building jack.
So is it like something that people gamble on?
Yeah,
Are you
maybe
at?
because I was really sort of I really was kind of like oscillating between gambling and sort of this fighting bit stupor,
Mm-hmm.
and so it would totally be kind of this weird like underground fighting arena.
Oh,
Gotcha.
do you bet on yourself?
Yeah.
Oh.
So your purveyor,
actually really like that.
your
Yeah,
purveyor would probably then be Grist, who runs like a boxing ring on the docks, and all of these dock workers like gather up to punch the shit out of each other. This is page 66, Purveyors of Vice.
yeah. But I'm
They're
looking under
gambling.
drinking, drugs. Oh, gambling. Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I was looking at the wrong thing.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, totally. All right, Grist at the docks. Great, because I was looking for like a good reason or some way to tie this to the docks.
Yeah. So that's where you go off by yourself when you need to relieve stress. So other than that, you just have to decide on name and look, but you can do that as we go through everybody else's character sheet.
This was good.
Yeah, at the beginning of our first like mission session, we can go around and do introductions and like how you guys got together and all of that. But let's do the next character. Who wants to go next?
I can go.
All right, Omni. So what is your playbook?
The leech.
You are the leech. Got it. Okay, so your special ability?
I'm gonna go with gets saboteur or I'm on the wrong one. Yeah, saboteur.
Okay. And that is the one that when you wreck, the work is much quieter than it should be and the damage is hidden from casual inspection.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So make sure you write that down under special abilities.
Okay.
Okay, so as you do that, let me go back up to this how to. Okay. Saboteur. And you wreck quietly and discreetly. So heritage, where are you from?
Well, I'd like to be. I kind of want to be local.
Okay, are you Akarosi?
So yeah, Akaros.
Okay, where in Akaros?
So could you tell me a little bit about what's the situation with Imperials? Like, I assume that's the governing body of some sort?
Yeah, so the Imperials run our Akarosi to begin with, and then I think they conquered the surrounding territory. So the Imperial City is the capital of the Empire.
How are they generally disliked or liked well, or nobody cares? Like,
there's definitely a very strong culture of haves and have-nots, and the Imperials are haves as fuck. So whether or not you like them or dislike them depends on where you fit on that scale.
Okay, I think that I kind of want to be local to Duskvol, actually.
Okay.
I think maybe just growing up in a sort of regular, not, very wealthy working family. Be kind of awkward if they're still around, though. I don't know how that would work.
Did they die?
I don't know.
Did they
like having family members pop up during the game would just be awkward. Maybe they moved away. Huh? Sorry, what did you say?
Did they mysteriously die in a fire?
Yeah.
No.
Are you sure though?
Yeah, I don't want to be evil.
Well,
I mean, it's not that it's your fault. It's just a thing that happened, and maybe that's why you're so fascinated by fire. And maybe there's a particular ghost that was like, hey,
oh yeah, well, I guess it could be like
fire now.
Yeah, that that happened, independent of me maybe, and that could work. But
Okay.
but I'm thinking that, sort of as I grew up, I kind of, being in Duskvol, there are a lot of kind of shady people living there and wandering around, and me as a person without a great deal of direction in life just kind of fell into the crowd of these people, and have been sort of part of this kind of gang underground situation, but not as any kind of a major player until now. And I had being from Duskvol, I knew some people here, and I had say a really close friend who was sort of helped get me into this idea of kind of really messing stuff up and setting stuff on fire is kind of a fuck the government style, like being the have-nots looking at the haves, kind of like a probably honestly a little misguided, like sort of thing that we're doing. But this friend of mine had some sort of untimely death that I'm really sad about. And after that, I decided, maybe I'm going to try to be part of a crew that has a little more clout. Maybe I'll be a little, or anyway, but
a little less
why
reckless.
I'm no longer doing that.
Right.
And I've kind of coalesced with this crew.
So what does that history give you a dot in?
Let's see. Well, I think that would be heritage, Akaros, and background underworld.
Okay. So 2 dots then.
Right. So
Akaros taught you how to be better at what? Growing up
I'm
in
going to
Duskvol.
say consort, because if consort is sort of the knowing people dot, and if I'm from the area, then I would know some people in the area.
So you have a dot in consort, and then underground would give you a dot in.
I'm going to say rec, given the context of my particular underground, what I was doing.
Okay, so make sure you add those dots in. And then you get 1 dot in tinker, finesse, or prowl from your crew.
And then 2 more free dots.
Yes. So first tinker, finesse, or prowl.
I might have to think about the dots a little more, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, but I feel like I can do the rest anyway.
Okay.
So I'll hold it up.
So items, we talked about that. You have all of the items, and which ones you have depends on your operation. Close friend and rival. So looking at the leech sheet.
So my rival is going to be Melista, the priestess, who sort of runs the church or religious organization that my family went to when I was a kid, and now she's just like really disappointed in me for going down the wrong life path.
Okay, and who is your friend?
What is Psychonaut the sort of the weird
Psychonaut
spiritual related thing?
It sounds like it, but let's look.
I don't know if it's Psychonaut like the game Psychonauts.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, and
what it is.
I think that might be what it's going for. They're all weird psychic people.
That's not descriptive. Who are the Psychonauts?
Because it's not close enough in spelling to the Physiker.
I mean, it is the Psychonauts, but who are the Psychonauts?
Yeah. So
is that a faction, or is that just a random descriptive term?
It sounds like a faction.
It's a thing that someone does, I think. Like a job.
Well, I mean, I'm just looking at. I just Command F or Control F for Psychonauts. Like at the Devil's Tooth, adventurous Psychonauts can experiment with all manner of mind-altering or spirit-altering drugs.
Oh,
This
so
comfortable environment. So maybe it's a druggie.
Sure. Yeah. Maybe it's another one of my,
druggie.
one of my friends who I kind of, in my small friend group of vaguely underworldly types who, rather than really, helping me and my other buddies with our, arsonry anger mission, instead kind of got more into the weird drug type activity.
Right. It sounds like people that like bohemians that go on acid trips.
Yeah,
right.
so yes, not like drug addicted people, but like people who deliberately explore kind of like altered states.
Yeah.
Right. So somebody, who I kind of also know from, growing up in Duskvol and, who also probably knew my other few friends, but who I'm not as close to as Firestarter Buddy because we weren't, working together on that.
Right. So your close friend is Veldrin, the Psychonaut. Okay.
That's cool. I like that. That's cool.
So your vice.
Can I kind of torn between either having a vice that's a weird vice that's related to the wanting to go find the ghost of my dead buddy, or having a pleasure vice of dance parties, and assuming that that my dead buddy is going to be a long-term project, which might make more sense than a vice.
So it could be both vice and long-term project. You could have a vice of weird where you commune with your dead buddy, and then a long-term project of like forging a more permanent bond with them. Yeah, they don't have to be separate.
Right. Well, I don't know. I kind of feel like communicating with someone wouldn't in and of itself be a vice, because there's something inherently.
One doesn't simply talk to ghosts. That's
really?
an involved process.
Yeah.
But like once you've worked out the process, like I'm just thinking if I, got to the point where I had figured out how to do that, wouldn't it kind of become defunct?
No, it would be. It's like very draining. Like you might have to take some sort of substance to like mind altering substance to get in the right headspace to do it. Yeah, it takes a lot of effort and maybe also resources.
Right. I'm torn because I'm like really into that, but I'm also into dance parties. Can I still like have a established fiction of dance parties even if that's not my vice?
Yeah, that could be a thing that you do, but mechanically, what do you do to relieve stress?
Like, what's the thing that you do away from most people to try and like?
And your vice is something harmful. Like it's a vice. Yeah. It's not like a hobby.
Right. Well, I guess if communicating with the dead is like something that's not really kosher and safe and healthy, is that true?
That's true.
Yeah.
Then I think my vice is going to be that I'm like really obsessed with trying to find like a way to communicate with my, dead arson partner in crime and be like, no, it's cool. We can like work out a way so it's totally like you're still alive and it's not even a thing, Okay.
That sounds like a vice.
So the only thing to keep in mind is that for mechanically, a downtime action to indulging your vice is different from a downtime action to pursue a long-term project. So sometimes you're indulging in like grieving your friend and trying to commune with their ghost via Ouija board or some bullshit. And sometimes you're like doing research and concretely like, no, that other woo-woo shit isn't working. Let me like really try and figure out how to connect to this person. So you'll have to you can't do both at once.
Right. But I could also just have a different long-term project.
Yeah. So I just want to make sure that that's clear before we lock that in. All right. so you have 5 out of your 8 dots assigned so far. So remember that you get 3 more dots.
Wait, 3? Where do I get the extra 3 from?
Okay, so
You
let's
start
go
with
back
3.
through it. You start with 3.
Oh no, I already. Okay, no, sorry, I know what's going on now. I miscounted how many I already had.
So I think you have your background dot and 2 action dots that you need to assign.
I have 2 dots, 2 free dots, and the crew dot. The 3 that I have.
Okay. So let's assign your crew dot now. Tinker,
Right.
Finesse, or Prowl.
Right. So Prowl is more like sneaking around, and Finesse is like pickpocketing.
Yes.
Let's see. I think I'm gonna put a dot in one of my free dots there, and then I guess it's tempting to start with 3 in something.
The only thing you can start with 3 in is Tinker.
Yeah, exactly. With the crew dot, right?
Yeah, that's the only one.
But then I would have to use my other dot on Prowl if I want to have Prowl.
I mean, you could put a dot in Tinker and a dot Prowl and be done.
Yeah. I kind of want to have 2 dots in Consort, but I don't think that's really necessary.
I really just want you to put the Tinker, Finesse, Prowl down, and then you can sort out the other one later.
Okay.
Okay, so
I think that's what I'm doing.
That's what you've got? Okay, so all 8 dots are accounted for.
These are hard decisions. Okay.
Yeah, I just don't want to forget the crew one, and then like when you come back to it, you're like, wait, what can I put dots in again?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so that is all set. Who wants to go next?
I will go.
All right. Tony.
Yes.
Tony. Okay.
What's your guess?
There, man.
You have filled out many things already. Interesting.
I have.
You have. So let's just go through it for form's sake. Your playbook, it appears to be, is Whisper.
Yes, I'm going to play a Whisper. I'm not going to play Slide.
Very
it's
cool.
Gonna be special. Your special ability is not filled out. What is that?
I have not chosen that yet. I think I will start with probably Ritual.
Ritual. When you can study an occult ritual to summon a supernatural effect or being. Costs stress based on the magnitude of the results. Alright, so make sure that is in there.
And then answer the GM's questions to create the ritual.
Yeah, that's something that comes up, I think, when you do this thing.
Okay.
Okay, so you've got that.
Okay.
Your heritage is Akaros, Imperial City.
Yep, I'm from the Imperial City. I'm assuming the Imperial City is rather large.
Yes.
Yeah, so essentially just from there, parents were semi-wealthy merchants. Just kind of sent me through education as at school, like at academies in the town. Then just kind of spent my day studying, and then one day, so that's also my background then, is academic background. Mm-hmm. But then managed to essentially talk my way onto a Leviathan ship to go and study Leviathans. Mm-hmm. And came back with the ship with no one else on it.
Ooh, spooky. Spooky. All right. So you have one heritage dot and one background dot. Where would you like to put them?
The background dot definitely makes sense for study. Mm-hmm. And I start with a study into a tune.
Okay.
So that one's study. For the other one, I've been kind of going back and forth whether it makes sense to go with like survey or finesse or like consort maybe. I don't know if you have any opinions on that.
So consort is, like I said
Connection.
earlier, a culture or circles role. It's like who you know.
Yeah.
Your background in the Imperial City, like academic circles.
Yeah.
Um,
I'd give myself 2 study, but I don't think I can technically do that.
uh, no, you
Isn't it
can't.
okay as long as you don't go above 3?
You can't go above 2 unless you're using your crew dot.
Yeah.
I think
Um,
what is survey exactly?
survey is survey
Survey a
location.
location or situation to understand what's going on, sense trouble before it happens, gather information about opportunities or exploits.
Yeah, it doesn't make as much sense.
What about
Um,
sway? Sway someone with charm, logic, deception.
I can take sway. That makes sense.
That's some shit an academic will do. Let me tell you.
Real. All right, and I
Let's
get
be real.
what's the crew dot then? It's
The
Tinker, Finesse,
tinker,
Prowl.
finesse, or prowl. Pick one.
I'll take Tinker.
Okay. Y'all be some tinkering ass motherfuckers. Let me tell you.
Um,
And then you get 2 more dots anywhere.
I will take 2 in survey.
Okay. So close friend.
All right, let me go down and check here.
Yeah, this is pretty tinkery.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that you may not choose Skurlock as your
I
friend.
can't choose Skurlock.
No.
I was gonna choose Skurlock as my enemy.
Skurlock doesn't fucking like you. I'm sorry. We already decided that.
Yeah, fuck Skurlock. I can't choose Skurlock as the person I don't like either.
No, you could choose him as a rival.
Yeah.
Just narratively, he's not your close friend that you also steal from and hate.
Also have yeah, it's definitely Skurlock is my.
That's your rival.
I don't fuck with Skurlock.
I don't fuck with
That's probably
you.
because I know Satara, and Satara is a friend of mine, which I believe is the demon that Skurlock is under the control of, or is bound by. If I remember correctly from the description.
It sounds likely. So Satara, a demon, is your friend. Skurlock, a vampire, doesn't fucking like you.
And that would explain some of the enmity between us.
Yes. They were like, steal this thing from Skurlock to prove that you're good at, doing spoopy stuff. And you were like, man, fuck him. Let's go get that thing.
Yeah.
Fuck
Good job,
that guy.
us.
Okay, so it looks like your your vice is stupor fugue state.
Yeah, I just occasionally go into disassociative state.
I should do.
Sometimes I'll just kind of just like you'll just be like always be like really for no good reason just like gone. Like you'll like talk to me and it's like won't be there.
So you do have a vice purveyor. How do you achieve this fugue state, and who helps you get there?
I was under. I think I kind of feel like it's like more so like a. Because it used the vice to reduce stress, right?
Yeah.
Could we like do it where like during stressful situations it just like triggers?
No. It's
No,
a
I mean like
downtime action.
okay.
Yeah, it would be like a place you go to safely be in.
You're like, I'm fucking like
Safely
bugged out.
be in
I
this
need to
fugue
go
state.
relax or do my thing. One option is there's a ghost Celia.
Where's this purveyor list?
Page 66.
Yeah, I actually forgot to pick that when I did my speaking
What's
of.
your vice again? Weird, connect to your dead arson friend. So we need to get a purveyor vice for you. Arana the Blessed could be like helping you do your Ouija board thing to talk to your dead friend. Um,
Yeah, maybe either Arana or Celia
um,
as
could be, yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
Sister
Ojak
Thorn.
is one.
I think somebody in the weird would probably help you the best with that, Omni.
Yeah.
Tony, who are you thinking?
I'm looking 1 sec. Probably something like these are all like specific people. How about this weird ass hooded proprietor?
The hooded proprietor
Yeah.
of a half-flooded grotto tavern near the docks.
Yeah.
Strange passageways lead to stranger chambers beyond.
Yep.
That is your hookup to your fugue state that chose you out.
Yep.
Omni, who did you pick?
I was thinking of Celia, because being sort of a ghost and possessing bodies herself, I think I would be trying to get her to find who I want her to and hook me up.
Okay, Celia the possessor ghost. Okay. So I think we're all set with Tony's character, and you just need to finish up look and etc. And before we do introductions next week, we are about due for a break, or we can just finish up Matt's.
Do we have to choose items?
No, you choose them for the mission. The score.
Oh, those are just items that we can choose.
Yeah, what you should do is copy the item list from the PDF onto your character sheet, because right now it's not filled out.
Good call.
So, Matt, do you think we can get through you and just have a longer section, or do you think we need to take a break?
I think we can, because I've got just about everything.
Got it. All right, so let's...
Except for a special ability.
Well, that's something that we need to go through. So let's look at the Mads sheet. You are a spider.
Yep.
Looks like. So your special ability, what's it going to be?
Yeah. I'm torn between a ghost contract and foresight. Let's flip a coin for it. All right, ghost contract it is.
All right, ghost contract.
That one seems cool.
Yeah. So when I shake on a deal, you and my partner, human or otherwise, both bear a mark of your oath. If either breaks the contract, they take a level 3 harm, cursed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have that. Next, we need to
choose a heritage and assign 1 action dot.
Yeah, the heritage background and the dots associated with those things.
Yep. I'm going to be the odd one out and be Tycherosi.
All right.
Yes.
Got a touch of demon blood.
Yeah, I haven't decided how that shows quite yet.
Okay. Yeah, we can get back to that later. So what is growing up on the island of Tycheros? What dot does that give you? What does it taught you?
I think it gives me a dot and a tune.
Makes sense.
Which is why I can make the ghost contracts and et cetera, et cetera.
So you have some ties to otherworldly forces from your heritage. And your background is noble, it looks like.
Yes.
So Tycherosi nobility, how the fuck did you end up in the docks of Duskvol?
Um, so instead of being like next in line for the throne, this person is actually like fucking 38th.
Okay.
There's almost no chance of them ever coming to any kind of power. So we're like, you know what? I'm gonna go have some fucking fun.
So
This
you just like
Duskvol place looks cool.
you just rolled the hell out.
Yeah, and technically, it's a diplomatic mission to learn more about the peoples of Duskvol and to gain a better appreciation for them.
So
Yep.
are you
Have
at
no
all
lie.
invested in the crew really? Or are you just like some other agenda?
I think now now I'm kind of stuck and invested with the crew, but originally it was like, I'm gonna go fucking have fun.
So you got in deeper than you thought you would.
Yeah. Now I'm a little bit stuck.
You're in over your head.
Yep.
Cool. So what dot does that give you?
I think it's gonna give me. Let's go with sway.
Sway. All right.
Because I can't take more in consort.
No, you cannot. So you have a crew dot and tinker, finesse, or prowl.
I'm gonna go with prowl.
Okay. And then you have 2 dots that you can assign wherever, except consort.
I will put. Someone booped me.
That's another dot.
Actually a really good question. Let's see. We'll put 1 into skirmish and 1 into survey. Or, no, study. A second one in a study.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, so items we've talked about. Who is your close friend and who is your rival?
My rival is Jenna, a servant. She's the one that I fucked over.
Ooh.
Or I guess she's the one that I fucked over the most.
But she's still a servant.
She's still a servant. She works for someone else in a much lower position. Like, she's probably a scullery maid now, when she might have been like...
You already know who the fuck she works for, though.
Yeah.
Fucking
I know who
Lord
she works
Skurlock.
for now, but it's not...
You already know. You know. As soon as you said you fucked her over, it was on that Skurlock job.
Alright. I fucked her over on the Skurlock job. She no longer works for him. Okay. And now because she doesn't work for him, she's like fucking out for blood.
So she's working for like some trifling like wannabe noble now when she used to have it good in Skurlock's house.
Yep.
And who's your friend?
My friend is Jaren, a blue coat archivist.
Whoa. Jaren.
Yeah.
His name's though. It's literally Jaren. Got it.
Yep.
A blue coat. So why are you friends with this person?
I feel like I met him while I was out fulfilling my vice. And I helped him, cover his check with the last bits of my Tycherosi noble money.
And now you guys are, dining buddies?
Yeah, we'll, go out, have a nice meal, but mostly it's just so Jaren, this has been great and all, but tell me about this thing that's been in lockup from this case 70 years ago.
Okay, so you guys have chats.
Yeah, and he knows it's a mostly working relationship.
Okay. So that is your close friend and rival. And then your vice appears to be luxury. Chef Rousseau, the golden plum.
in 6 towers.
You like fancy food.
Yes, I do. And I am going to look up so many fancy food recipes, and it's not going to be because I just want to make them.
So when you get too stressed, you go out for a nice dinner, out with your money, and hang out with Jaren, talk about blue coat cases, and eat like fucking steaks and shit.
Yep, steaks and wine and like so much truffle oil, but I don't talk about how bad it is because it's super expensive, like ghost truffles.
You kind of tap back into your noble roots.
Yep.
Like I used to live like this
like
every day.
Yeah.
And now I'm stuck in this bullshit.
I love it. Ghost truffles. Yeah.
Ghost truffles.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that is the basics of you guys' characters. We've got a crew. Let's all take all this information.
For crew, do we write the crew name up in the top on our character sheets, or?
Yeah, once we have one.
Yeah, once you have one. Note for right now that your crew is Shadows. Your crew playbook is Shadows, but your name will come in once we have one. So yeah, everybody think about a name if you haven't already. Think about your street alias. Think about your look, and kind of fill in any that you want to in your background, but also feel free to let that emerge in play. And when we come back next week at 7 p.m. Pacific time, we will start our first score, and we can start doing some spooky, sneaky things, making some monies and pissing people off.
I think we're going to be good at that.
Yeah, this is going to be a good game for you guys because y'all do some shit. All right, let's say goodbye to our chat team. Start with Nathan. Nathan waves.
Yeah, what? What do you want from me?
You can find Nathan at twitch.tv/RayChaos.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't do too much. I might be trying to do Extra Life before the end of the year, but
that'd be cool.
If he does, I'll be there too. But otherwise, I have no presence on this website.
I have an account technically.
I mean, yeah, I guess there's that.
Y'all are fucking worse. Okay.
But I'll get. I mean, whatever. I'll get better at pushing it if I have stuff to actually start pushing.
That's fine. We're being polite and saying goodbye instead of just ending the stream. Like, all right, well, fuck you guys are out. Good night.
No, yeah, totally. Yeah.
So Nathan is here. Tony is here. Omni is here.
Yes.
These are my college buddies. They're lovely people. Mads, you have some business though.
Yeah. Mads or Allie. You can find me on Twitter at MadPuro, like Pier and then Rot, not a parrot. And I am currently hacking Blades in the Dark to make a Prohibition-era supernatural game called Misbehavin'. You can find that on patreon.com/madpuro. I should probably link that because that would be smart.
Cool. Thanks. And then I'm Tristarae. This is my channel. John Harper, thank you for swinging by. It's going to be an interesting shit show that we're going to make out of your game. You can find me on Twitter at Trist_CHI. Tomorrow I'm going to be back at 6 p.m. Pacific to do some prep for Miss Click's D&D Prophecy. We're going to start Chapter 3 on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific. And I need to think about map and story and front updates and what kind of shit the characters are going to get into. So yeah, tomorrow, prep for Prophecy at 6. Wednesday, actual Prophecy at 6. And then I have fallen back into Overwatch, so I might stream some of that randomly throughout the week as well.
I like how you describe it as fallen back into.
How's your farm going?
Literally fall into it.
I've been swallowed by the WoW hole, so I haven't played Overwatch since the expansion.
Yeah, I haven't been
That's
wooing
weird.
Shane because I haven't had time to play Stardew Valley. Like my Saturday stream time is gonna move because it's not working. Maybe I might do something later on Sunday, but follow me on Twitter and you can find all of that out. Anyway, thank you all for stopping by as we bubble through this creation process. Session 1 is going to be lit AF if Omni has anything to say about it because she likes to blow shit up.
Literally lit.
Very literally.
On fire.
Yes, literally lit. That might be your crew name, team.
Lit AF.
Literally lit AF. Anyway, good night. Everybody have a good rest of their Monday, and we will see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Bye.